Marcus Conte reporting live from Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada, where Bernie Sanders has eviscerated the field in the Nevada caucus. Wow, Bernie Sanders winning. I told you. If you've been following this channel, I told you right from the beginning. Remember when I said Bernie Sanders? You guys said he's too old. He's too Jewish. He's a commie. He's a socialist. The people have spoken. All right, fake news has got it right there. Bernie Sanders, 47% of the vote. All right. The second was Joe Biden, 23, Buttigieg, 14, Warren, 9. All right. Here's New York Times reporting with his New York Times official results. Put that on the record. There we go. Bernie Sanders with 27% of the vote in. 46 to 22. Well, it's a blowout. Right? And I was in the room today, if you saw my caucus videos. In my caucus videos, you saw the lopsided win. What does it mean? What does it mean for Bernie Sanders, a lopsided win in Nevada? It means that everything today changes. That Bernie Sanders is now, always has been the front runner. But these idiots right here, these jackasses on TV, right? I'm sitting here watching these jackasses. All right? His jackass is number one. All right? His CNN, they're not even covering it. CNN's not even covering it. They did a different channel. Look, they got bumper cars on. And who's the other one? Fox. Fox is loving it. Oh, Fox. Check out Fox. Look, 33% of the vote. Bernie Sanders wins by 46, crushing lead. Crushing. Warren got 8. Biden 22. Buttigieg 14. Oh, Pete. Poor Pete. So, this is a crushing victory for Bernie Sanders tonight. And I think it's hard to underestimate the ramification of what just happened, which means that it's now a runaway train. It's like the horse is out of the gate. The horse is running to the victory line, is running to the finish line, running, and he can't be stopped. Right? It's like one of those scenes where you see in the final stretch, right? The horse, that one horse has got like a 20 horse lead, 20 lengths, 20 horse length lead, and you can't catch him, right? You can't catch him. Even these guys right here, they just Russia. Yesterday they were Russia. Russia's trying to help Bernie. You heard? So now South Carolina. If you look, they're also crunching numbers about the black vote and the Latino vote. Bernie Sanders has the most diverse coalition in the field. He pulls everybody, finally, which was suspected because the black community is often taken for granted, right, in terms of elections. And now they're showing their true colors, no pun intended. That's pretty funny. You're seeing now the emerging, my friends, my brothers, my Bernie Sanders brothers, the people who believed. You guys believed, right? And you never looked back. You never looked back. You believed. How good does it feel now? This is for the Bernie people. The rest of this, the news is over. Bernie Sanders has won the Nevada caucus. I'm here in Nevada. There was some parties going on, but it was raining. It's crazy. Who gives a shit, man? This is the reality, right? Reality is that Bernie Sanders is now the front runner of the Democratic Party. And if you think Wall Street and mainstream media and the corporate oligarchs, if you think those people hated Bernie Sanders yesterday, It's embarrassing what's coming. Right? Because they're out. Right? Bernie Sanders is the all or none candidate. And I know you don't believe it. I know a lot of people say, oh, you can't, House and Senate, they're not going to work with him. They're not going to go along with him. But you see what's starting to happen. Right? You saw how Trump got, of course, Trump got screwed to some degree. But Trump never was an ideologue. Trump never said specifically what he stood for, and he won. The opposite is true of Bernie Sanders. The idea that Bernie Sanders is going to flip on universal single-payer health care, is going to get elected president, and then he's going to say, you know what, I don't think we could do that. That possibility is slim to none. Right? So the point is that the oligarchs are shitting in their pants right now because they've got a runaway train, and his name is Bernie Sanders. And he's steamrolling now. That was, and I told you all along, all the polls were off, right? Why does he win by, that was double digits, right? So now South Carolina, Bernie Sanders proves here that he wins the diverse coalition. He wins the black vote. He wins the Latino vote, right? Now, going into South Carolina, you're going to tell me that Bernie Sanders, they tried to say he was all about the white men. Right? See the bullshit? The bullshit is coming out, man. People are aware. People are awakened, man. And this is all in. Sanders gets elected president. He's going to he's going to use he's going to use the presidency as a bully pulpit. And he's going to keep sending his message, as he's been doing all along. He's going to keep sending his message to the revolution that he sees. And the people, the thousands and tens of thousands of volunteers running all over this country, pulling for this guy to get elected. Wherever you go, you see these parties and you see these rallies with the same kind of people, and they're saying the same thing. All right? It's not communism. It's not socialism. They're tired of fucking crumbs. Right? They're regular people and they're tired of crumbs. And Bernie Sanders is saying, you don't have to have crumbs. You can have the whole damn loaf. That whole damn loaf is yours. If you just reach out and take it. If you keep eating their crumbs, which is what we have now, crumbs, and the billionaires are eating gourmet food, then that's your fault. All right? So enjoy I'm going to enjoy the victory. I think that it's well earned, even if CNN doesn't want to talk about it. Who's this? Oh, this is Barack Obama. They're showing highlights of fucking Barack Obama. They got nothing. The spin machine. So there it is. Even fake news, MSNBC. Sanders 34. They're showing the delegate count. So now Bernie Sanders takes a majority of the overall delegates. I think they got a 34-21. That's going to keep changing. All right? This shit is over. Bernie Sanders has won the Nevada caucus by double digits. Now he goes on to South Carolina, where he's probably going to win. Now, he won the popular vote in Iowa. Popular vote in Iowa. Just they fucked them in the end. And the other thing about Iowa is that, remember what I had said about momentum, right? That they crushed Bernie's momentum because of the impeachment shit. Remember the impeachment? Impeach Donald Trump. But really what they were saying is put Bernie Sanders in that fucking chair, right? Put Bernie Sanders in the chair, right? And don't let him campaign. And you see how old and tired he felt, right? Remember when he first came out of the impeachment thing? He was like, right? You can't even sew a sentence together because you're sitting in an office for you're sitting there watching his nonsense for 8-10 hours a day. Right? That's how they slowed him down. Put a lot of contestants. But now we have a clear frontrunner. See, even if Bernie Sanders, right, now we'll go one step further to cheating. Of course, they're going to cheat him. Bernie Sanders gets a plurality of the vote, meaning that he gets most of he wins the election. The election that we're having. If they put up 8 people and one of the 8 wins the election, the sheer numbers, then the idea, in a perfect world, in a just world, in a democracy, the super delegates, the party insiders, would go along with the guy who could win. Why could he win? Because he's winning. He won. It's just such a corrupt system, right? So for Bernie Sanders to win the primary numbers, which now appears to be true, all the polling, all the results of actual elections are pointing to a Bernie Sanders win. Now, they're going to ride, as I said, they're going to ride out. It's in, Biden's best interest. It's in Elizabeth Warren's best interest. It's in Joe Buttigieg's best interest to stay in Klobuchar and suck votes. Bloomberg, suck votes. Bloomberg, I think, is a scare. Let's talk about that. Because now fake news is saying, oh, now it's a horse race between Bernie Sanders and Mike Bloomberg. Mike Bloomberg? What? How many elections has Mike Bloomberg won? How many caucuses, how many primaries did he win? He didn't win anything. He's a figment of the mainstream media's imagination at this point. So, but that's for another day. So the bottom line is, Bernie Sanders has won the Nevada caucus by a landslide victory, right? All of his stock, Bernie Sanders' stock is going straight the fuck up, right? And it's coming to a shore near you. It's coming, right? To the people that had a dream, right? As Cenk Uygur always says, we had a dream that a progressive would win the White House. Right? It's very close. Again, if Bernie Sanders is the nominee, which now appears we're less than 2 weeks away from seeing the results of the big Tuesday, Super Tuesday. California, Texas, Virginia, North Carolina. Ooh, Massachusetts, Vermont. Ooh, big states. Big states with a lot of pull. Texas. Ooh, Texas, get busy. Right now, Bernie Sanders' people are on the ground. And they're working their ass off for more and more of the vote. How many of these shit sandwiches have that kind of thing? Bernie Sanders is the only candidate right now fueled by voter money. Voter money. He's the only one positioned, other than Bloomberg, who has deep pockets. He's the only one positioned to be able to continue, because he's got that ground game, right? And he's got the money. He's voter funded. So it's an unstoppable thing, and it's again, I said it from the beginning, right? I mean, I gotta take credit from it. I said it a year ago. I said it when people said he's not going to run. I said, oh, he's running, and then when he announced, oh, he can't win, oh, he's winning, right? So, Bernie Sanders, get used to it. It's very, very likely President Sanders. Marcus Conte reporting from Las Vegas, Nevada. I'll still be here. I'm still here, and I kind of waited to put these results out. I know this report's a little late in New York time, but it's now, all of the mainstream media has called it for Sanders. He has a double-digit lead, 42. What's the official? Who cares at this point, right? He beat them. He blew them away. And the other thing is that the actual vote is now starting to represent, the polls are representing the actual vote. Right? That's a sign that they're exceeding the margin of cheating, that people are paying attention. Right? Maybe the DNC didn't think people were paying attention in Iowa, but they were. And then when they stuck their foot on fucking what's his name, Perez's throat, right? We know you're cheating. We know you're doing it again. The President of the United States even said it. They're doing it again to Bernie, right? Now we know you're cheating and we're paying attention. And maybe that was the difference. Marcus Conte reporting.